right, so we're going to talk about this, okay? Don't mind my hair. This is the second video we're making, and let's talk about it because I need some feedback. I've been watching this guy on YouTube. He's a um, disability attorney, so he gives out a lot of good information. Plus, I've been looking up things. I feel like I have to say this just because this is just my mental state, okay, and how I feel. I deal with depression and anxiety. I also have been diagnosed with PTSD, and it's something that people can't see, but it is something that is real, okay? And I think it's when you can't see it, it makes it harder for people to believe what people are saying. I think that's probably why mental health is something that's not readily talked about because you just can't see it. And sometimes I feel like, especially my anxiety part, is like people are not going to believe me. I'm always smiling. Like, this girl ain't got nothing wrong with her. But I do, y'all. I do. And I feel like mental health is not talked about a lot. So, anyways, I've been watching this attorney here on YouTube. His videos are kind of old, but still very helpful. I kind of applied, okay, on June 10th, I applied for disability through Social Security, okay? And I did it kind of jokingly, but after I applied for it, I'm like, this is serious, Candace. You're not just applying for it just because you're jokingly doing it. It's because you really need income coming in because you really have a disability. Since my husband passed, which would have been April of 2013, I have been on medication, trying different medications out, taking myself off the medication because my weight ballooned up. I gained so much weight and I got myself off, and then I just couldn't deal with it on my own. I went back into a depressed state after like a year or two of being off the medication. And since 2018, nope, around, what was it? Because I was with my primary doctor. So it's probably what, 2017, 2016, I got back on medication, okay? And I've been dealing with my psychologist and psychiatrist since 2018. And I'm just at the point where I just feel like as I'm getting older, it's harder for me to deal with my depression. Now, I will say this. I've dealt with depression since I've been young. But as I get older, because I think probably the stress of life, being a parent, just being an overall human in this world as it keeps getting worse, that I feel like my depression is just harder to bear. And so I applied for disability. Now, I'm only 33 years old. I will be 34 years old in September. And from what I'm reading, that it could be kind of hard, especially for a person who is young. Now, am I too young? I don't think I am. I feel like when I was younger, I was able to shrug off a lot of stuff. Now, as an adult, you have to work. This is a job. Like, I've dealt with depression in the past, and it has affected my previous jobs as well, where they're like, Candace, you gotta get right, or we're gonna have to let you go because of your attendance. So this is something that has been ongoing, but it's just getting worse. And if you have been following my journey, I always felt bad for going on disability, short-term disability. Short-term disability turns into long-term disability. Feeling like a guinea pig, getting on medications. The medications seem to help. And then a couple months later, I'm feeling better, and then I go back downhill again. And it's just like that roller coaster. And it's just so tiring. It is so tiring when you have to take care of yourself, take care of somebody else, take care of just in general. You have to take care of bills. Like, it's not just that. You have to take care of bills, right? Nothing doesn't come free. Nothing comes free. So, with all of that being said, I applied for disability and they're reviewing it right now. It's taking some time, but let me tell you something. Oh, what's that from? I don't know what this. Hold on. Okay, whatever. This is all of the papers I printed out. So it's like, it's a lot. Let's see. This is a lot right here. But these are all of the papers I printed out. Most of them are like 3 pages for one visit. But all of my doctor's notes from 2018, these are not from doctors. These are from my psychiatrist and my psychologist. All of those I printed out. I brought a new printer just for this because my other printer, it wouldn't feed in the... Okay. Anyways, the printer wouldn't feed in the paper by itself, so I would have to do it manually. So I ended up just going and spending $35 at Walmart and buying the same exact printer. At least it would feed in by itself. But those are all of the papers that I have printed out. I'm waiting to submit that. I have an appointment with my psychiatrist today, which is July the 11th. And once I get his doctor's notes and seeing if he's going to put me onto a different medication, I'm going to submit that to the Social Security place so that will be a part of my, how can I say it, proof of me going through ups and downs, being out of work, getting on like worker, like, what is it, like reduced schedule, going back full term, like full time, going back part time, and just seeing that ongoing thing over the course since 2018. It goes in to show all the different medications I've been trying. So it shows my part that I've been sticking to it since 2018, being on these different medications, different variations of medications, different like dosages, different combinations, and just seeing that nothing is working. And no, do I want to be on disability forever? From what I'm hearing or reading, that it's not set in stone that you always will have this disability, the coverage or the payments coming in. You have to like reapply. So this is one reason why I have decided to stick with even though I'm on Medicaid, I have decided to still pay outright to see these other doctors that I have seen in the past because I already have a relationship with them. Plus, everything in regards to like the doctor's notes are online. So I have full control over printing things out and so forth. Now, I won't see them on a regular basis, like especially my psychologist. I won't see her on a regular basis like I did before, like once every week or two. I won't do that, okay? Because it costs money. And right now, I'm not making much money, but it kind of makes sense that this is why I say I feel like things kind of fall into place, or the reason why things are working out like they are. I just posted a video that they are not hiring. They lied. Because I put in for jobs that will make me more money. Okay, I put in for jobs that will get me out of Kohl's, make me more money, and I can be financially stable. But nobody has they either haven't called me back or they have declined me. So in the back of my head, and this is what the conversation I kind of had with my sister, like, is this because I may be approved for disability? Because if you're making enough money to make ends meet, then they would kind of feel like then you're okay. You know, you don't need this. If you're able to work a full-time job, you're able to do this, then you don't need this. you know. And I know sometimes you can work a full-time job and probably still apply for it, but at the same time, if you're on SSDI, that's the one I'm looking for, hopefully. SSDI, you can have your savings, because there's two different ones. There's SSI and SSDI, and I would like SSDI. There's just so much to this, but me not making a lot of money is kind of like going to help my case out, you know. Like, she's working, but she's not working a lot of hours because she definitely just can't, or she's either calling out. So I'm hoping it gets approved. I don't know, but I just thought I would come on. I know some of you guys are on disability or Social Security, but if you guys are on Social Security, disability, insurance, or I think it's, yeah, insurance, let me know. Let me know, how was your process? Was it a long wait? Mine said it could take up to 185 days to be reviewed. So that puts me at 6 months? Wait, 30. Yeah, it puts me at what, I think 6 months. 6 months. So this may be an ongoing thing until next year, that I will stick with Kohl's or just even stick with Amazon, because I don't plan on letting Amazon go, or just sticking with Amazon and snag a job, but just picking up hours here and there and really taking in full control of my finances and not doing too much splurging. I will still live life, but after the 5,000 that we just put away, or just that we're using between May and August, if it will take 6 months, then I will do another 5,000 to get me through the rest of the year and see what happens. I hope that I don't have to hire an attorney. If I can get on a medication that will make me consistently stay good, then I don't need it. But I've been on so many different medications that it's like an ongoing roller coaster. And I'm asking for help. And hopefully the help comes through and it's not stressful on me. Right now, financially, it's not stressful. I'm doing just fine. I'm happy. I'm so happy that I was able to save up the 30,000 that I saved up. I still have my 401k that I wrote into an IRA. So if worse comes to worse and it does take longer, then I have that. That's close to like 20,000 right there. So yeah, y'all. I mean, I have money, which is a good thing. Um, and I also heard that if you have to go through like an appeal, and if you eventually do win it, they have to back pay you from the first time you applied. So yeah, it's kind of like, look, the more I read into it, I'm like, oh man, the harder it's gonna be for me. But some people win it on their first, or not win it, but some people get approved on their first try. Sometimes it takes 2 to 3 tries. So we'll have to see. In the meantime, I'm still just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. But if I'm figuring, if any of these other jobs do call me, if I'm not right, if I'm not on a different medication and I'm not feeling good, I'm just gonna have to wait this out and see what happens. And I will say, disability won't be much. It'll be around 1,500 per month. So it's still not a lot of money for me, but it will still be something. But it's going to be a fixed income. So that just means that's just going to help me with my budgeting. You know, I know what I'll get per month, and I would just have to make do. So we'll see what happens, but let me know your thoughts. I just wanted to do just a one video strictly on Social Security disability. I will say this, my psychologist, she kind of made me like nervous, because she mentioned that, you know, she has some other people that she, you know, are her clients, and they applied and they can't have much money. but there's two different things. There's the SSDI where you can still have savings and make a little bit of extra money throughout, because even with some of those you can still work but not making too much extra money. So even though I may get what 1,500 per month, I can still work to offset some other bills, you know. So yeah, y'all. But she kind of like, when she said that, I was like, what? She's like, you may have to transfer it over into your son's name and or something, or you know, spend it all before. And I'm just like, why would they ask for that? But it just depends on what type of social security disability you get approved for. So I was just like, oh boy. That's why it's always good to do research, because some people may just be one-sided and not tell you everything. Not the fact that they're trying to scare you out of it or something, but that's may be the only thing that they may be aware of, and not that there are two different types of social security disabilities. So yeah, y'all, let me know, because I'm learning. I printed out everything. I have my appointment tonight, and hopefully that goes somewhere. And I will definitely talk to you guys soon, okay? All right, bye.